The Cleveland Guardians just ended the 2025 season with 88 wins and making the playoffs. In the last 13 years, this is the Guardians' ninth season finishing at least 10 games above 500. With a consistently bottom 5 payroll among MLB teams, how is this possible? The spark notes of the Cleveland Guardians is they can't hit, but they make up for it in pitching and fielding. Because they have no offense and good pitching, they win a lot of low-scoring close games. This year, they made it to the playoffs with the second worst offense in all of baseball in terms of OPS. They were able to do this with the fourth best pitching in terms of ERA. However, the pitching couldn't fully carry their team as they allowed more runs than they scored. So how does this team consistently put up playoff caliber rosters? They have lost all-stars year after year. Francisco Lindor, Corey Kluber, Shane Bieber, Josh Naylor, Emmanuel Clase, and Carlos Santana have all been key players on this team, and they have all left the Guardians without any new big names to replace them. This year, Cleveland gave up more runs than they scored. So how did they end up in the playoffs when the Texas Rangers, who scored 79 more runs than they gave up, didn't make it? In blowouts, Texas was 25-13, while in one-run games they were 18-29. Whereas with Cleveland in blowouts, they were 16-18, and in one-run games, they were 23-21, and if you extend that to two-run games, they were 47-34. Both these teams are similar in that they don't give up many runs, with the Rangers giving up 44 less runs than the Guardians. The difference between these two teams is consistency. With Jose Ramirez in your lineup, you are guaranteed a couple runs per game, but with the rest of the lineup surrounding him, it is really rare to score 5+ runs in a game. On the other hand, with the Rangers, ever since they won the World Series in 2023, they have had just about the most inconsistent lineup in baseball. They have a lineup that should score 5+ runs a game, and we see that in all their 10+ scoring games, but then they'll just disappear the next day. So what is the Guardians' formula and how does it work? We have the offense part covered. Get Jose Ramirez 4 at-bats a game, and he should get the team 1 to 2 runs, and then hope the other 8 guys can combine for another 2 runs. And this plan worked, as they finished the season scoring an average of 4 runs a game. The second part of their plan is pitching. If you asked me to name a pitcher on the Guardians, I think I would have stopped at Tanner Bibee, but he wasn't near their best pitcher with a 4.24 ERA. As for the starters, Gavin Williams had a 3.06 ERA, Joey Cantillo had a 3.21 ERA, and Parker Messick just got brought up and he has a 2.72 ERA. All these guys have better ERAs than Logan Webb, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, and Kevin Gausman, and most MLB fans don't even know these guys play baseball. In the bullpen, Cade Smith had a 2.93 ERA, Hunter Gaddis had a 3.11, Eric Sabrowski had a 1.84, Nick Emright had a 2.03, Jacob Junis 2.97, and Kobe Allard 2.63. That's 6 bullpen arms, with the highest ERA being 3.11. Any of these guys could be a closer on most other MLB teams, but most MLB teams probably don't know who these guys are. And on top of that, this is without the team's best reliever, Emmanuel Clase. So that's how a group of pitchers and Jose Ramirez can be a good team every season. Now there's one last piece to the puzzle: money.
Hello, I like money.
How can the Guardians build this winning team while they're in the bottom of team payrolls? The answer to this is they don't pay their players. MLB players don't make real money until they hit free agency, and you don't become a free agent until you've been playing for 6 years. Looking at the Guardians, they do not have many players over the age of 27, and also in their favor is that Jose Ramirez chose to take a pay cut in order for the team to use spending to strengthen the team. The thing that separates the Guardians and the other teams is their pitching development. Somehow the Guardians consistently bring up really good starters and relievers, and that is the answer to this whole question.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow the Guardians are a pitching factory. They don't need to keep their good players as long as they keep bringing up good new players. It seems like every year before the season, Cleveland has lost or traded one of their best players. And I think to myself, there's no way this team can be good. And they have been good. Even after being proven wrong time and time again, I still don't think this is a sustainable formula. The first reason I say that is eventually they have to mess up in finding pitching, or some of their pitchers won't pan out. The second reason is Jose Ramirez. This formula only works with him. He's now 33 years old, and eventually age is going to catch up with him, and then what? You can't just find another Jose Ramirez. Another downfall of the Guardians is this whole time I've just called them good. This strategy works in the regular season to get 5 to 10 games above 500, but once they play playoff level teams like the Yankees and Dodgers, they just have no chance. They can win a 3-2 game here and there, but this is a team that can't make mistakes, and if they do, it's over. Guardians fans should be the most upset fan base in sports. With a team like this that is consistently good, imagine what this team could be if they spent an extra $50 million on payroll. They would still be $50 million under the average team payroll, and that money could bring in 2 to 4 all-star level players. As we saw with the Yankees, they added Max Fried, Cody Bellinger, and Paul Goldschmidt with that kind of money. These players combined for 10.7 wins above replacement. Now, if we accept WAR as a true value, that would put the Guardians at 98 wins if they had those players, which would also give them their best record in the 2025 season.